Howdy, y'all. We are in. I'm trying to find a new way to say what's up and without saying what's up because I've been told. I've been saying what's up in all these videos. And so we're going with howdy today. We are in our next section as we continue through Matthew. And we're going to be in chapter 9, and we're going to be looking at verses 18 to 26. 18 to 26 of chapter 9. We're going to look at one little story of Jesus healing. Of healing and caring for more death and disease and people who just need help. And that sounds so familiar to our world, right? Right now, in this coronavirus, we are needing healing, not just of our physical disease, but our spiritual disease. And so that's the first thing we see is that Jesus, in this story, he heals, but even more so, he has power over death. We've seen in this whole chapter that Jesus has power over our physical needs, over this physical world, over spiritual attacks, and we're seeing that he has power. And sorry, it's chapter 8 and 9. We're seeing also that he has power over death. Our greatest enemy, death, he has power over. And that's the first thing we should see is how wonderful he is to show us that as God is that he has power over it. And that's why we should place our faith in him. And that's the point is what Jesus says in this next part is that Jesus shows faith as the source of spiritual and physical healing. How are we healed? We are healed through faith. And this is what I want to get at with this is not to assume that God will heal all of our physical needs just because we're Christians. That is not a good assumption, and that is a false lie. But we do believe that God is in control and has the ability to heal us of anything. But even more importantly, this is why we have our faith in Christ, is that our real need is a spiritual healing. A physical hurt or a physical disease is like a rug burn. Yes, sometimes they hurt deeply and they burn hard in this life, but it's not eternal. Our eternal disease is sin, and we are plagued by it, and Jesus has come to defeat it at the cross and in the grave. And so as you read through this section and you apply it to your life, think about how Jesus rose from the dead, and because of this, he died on the cross, rose from the dead, and he calls us to follow him at the cross and to live a new life in his new life. And so think about that. As you read through this section and as you apply it to your life, be reminded of the gospel in that Jesus cares for all of your needs, physical and spiritual. We'll see you tomorrow.